French fries. Crispy on the outside, soft on the inside, and somehow everywhere. They're in fast food bags, fine dining plates, and street stalls across the world. But here's the strange part. French fries aren't French, and they weren't even meant to exist. Their story starts with hunger, accidents, and a mistake that changed food forever. Before fries, there was the potato. For thousands of years, potatoes were grown high in the Andes by the Inca civilization. They weren't trendy, they weren't delicious, they were survival. Potatoes could grow where nothing else would. They could be dried, stored, and eaten months later. When Spanish explorers brought potatoes to Europe in the 1500s, people didn't celebrate. They panicked. Some thought potatoes were poisonous. Others blamed them for disease. For nearly 200 years, potatoes were ignored, until people began to starve. And hunger has a way of changing opinions. Here's what makes fries different from almost every other food. They're fried twice. The first fry cooks the inside. The second fry creates the crunch. That contrast, soft and crispy at the same time, is addictive. But for most of history, this kind of cooking was rare. Oil was expensive, fire was dangerous, time was limited. French fries weren't just invented, they waited for the world to be ready. So how did Belgian fried potatoes become French fries? World War I. American soldiers are stationed in Belgium, where French is widely spoken. They're served fried potatoes. They go home and call them French fries. Not because they were correct, but because that's what they remembered. And once a name spreads, history rarely corrects it. In the early 1900s, cities grew fast. People worked longer hours, lives moved quicker, food had to change. French fries were cheap, filling, and didn't require fresh meat. Perfect for diners, perfect for fast food. But fries had a problem. They weren't consistent. Some were soggy, some burned. That changed when frozen fries were invented. Potatoes could now be cut the same way, partially cooked, frozen, shipped, and finished anywhere. For the first time in history, a fry in one city tasted exactly like a fry in another. Fries didn't conquer the world alone. They found the perfect partner, the burger. One is soft, one is crunchy, one is savoury, one is salty. Together, they create balance, and more importantly, habit. Fries aren't ordered, they're expected. They're the first thing you eat, the last thing left. They turn meals into routines. As fries spread globally, they changed. Belgium added dozens of sauces. Japan added seaweed and mayo. India added spices. Canada drowned them in gravy and cheese. Different cultures, same core idea. Crispy, cheap, comforting. Fries don't belong to one country. They belong to everyone. French fries aren't French. They're not fancy. They weren't invented by a chef. They were created by necessity, perfected by engineering, and spread by efficiency. They're not just food. They're proof that the simplest ideas, done perfectly, can take over the world. And the next time you reach into a bag of fries, you're not just grabbing a snack, you're holding history.